In this video we're going to look at the fundamental principle of counting. This basically helps us find the amount of possible outcomes there are without having to list them. So in this first example here we have a menu consists of 3 starters and 4 mains. How many different meals can you have? Okay, so guys, for the first part there's 3 options and for the second part there's 4 options. So instead of having to list each option out, so starter 1, main 1, starter 1, main 2 and so on, we can actually just use the fundamental principle of counting, which means we just take the amount of outcomes for the first event, which is 3 starters, and multiply it by the outcomes for the amount of outcomes for the second event, which is 4, and so we multiply 3 times 4, so in total there are 12 possible outcomes. Okay. Similarly, in the second example, we have a code consists of 1 letter followed by a number. Okay, so the options for number 1 is A, B, C and D. So as you can see there are 4 options. The options for outcome 2 or for event 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So if we count these, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 options for event number 2. So to find the total number of possible outcomes, so the code is made up of a letter and a number, we just multiply the two events together. So we say 4 multiplied by 9, which will give us 36 possible outcomes. So in total there are 36 possible codes. And this doesn't just work if there are 2 events. So in the third example here we have a menu that consists of 3 starters, a choice of 3 starters, 4 mains and 2 desserts. So obviously you're not going to have 3 starters, 4 mains and 2 desserts or you'd be very full. But what we're going to actually do is you pick 1 starter, 1 main and 1 dessert, okay? And we want to just check here, without having to list them, how many 3-course meals are possible. Okay, so we take the amount of options for the starter, which is 3, the amount of options for the main, which is 4, and the amount of options for the dessert, which is 2, and we multiply them together. So 3 times 4 is 12, by 2 is 24, so in total there are 24 possible outcomes. And this makes sure that we don't forget any, so if we did go down the listing route, we might miss out on some. This is a quick way to ensure that we know exactly how many possible outcomes that there are.